Alrighty. Wheezy's back. And, oh, that's right. I did a few things off the recording. So, really all I did was, I went up here, talked to Ludlith, and I spent Udex Gundir's soul on this halberd. Halberd of Gundir the champion received when he was charged with his duty. This old cast iron halberd has the power to break poise and is said to never crumble, seeming to suggest that Gundir was fated to eternal service from the beginning. Hold spirit waste and charge a foe and use momentum to transition into sweeping strong attack. I did not purchase any of his armor, it looks like, which is good. So Gundir is interesting to me, and I was I had a guess at part of his history, and I purchased this weapon so I could take a closer look at it, but forgot that I was not recording. That's been several days ago, though. So it's an interesting design, and it mentions that it's iron, which is part of why I wanted to look at it.
Ah, how?
Ancient helm of a set of cast iron armor belonging to Champion Gundir, modeled after a former king. It almost looks in the artwork like it's covered in blood. It's got that little red to it. I mean, that could be their showing rust, I guess. Belated champion. Was bested by an unknown warrior. He then became sheathed to a coiled sword in hopes that someday the first flame would be linked once more. Yeah, I got some lore questions, but we'll deal with that another time. Go back to my trusty Lothric Knight Greatsword. Damn. I've gotta have some more chunks or something. Should upgrade that.
Ah, 'tis good, wasn't he?
Alright. We are about to get a whole bunch more chunks anyway, so. That's right, we're not leveling anymore, so. I think I've bought all the spells I could buy from him.
Back again.
Yeah. But we've got one more scroll to get. Did we get Carla? I remember thinking about getting Carla. We did, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did all this.
Do stay.
And we've still got Grey Rat.
You know about leaving for another round of thieving? There must be something of use in Lothric Castle. I'm aware of the danger. That castle is a death trap. Not a single man has returned from the castle unscathed, even back in the day. But I don't want to sit around and die a petty rat. And I consider myself your friend. Thank you for placing your trust in me. Don't you worry. I know Lothric like the back of my hand. Don't you worry. I know Lothric like the back of my hand.
Yeah. Good old Grey Rat. There was a different...
I will leave for some time. So long for now. Do stay safe, you hear? Or my efforts will have been for naught.
We'll see you, undead settlement, Grey Rat. Sad day. Jesus Christ. Alright, let us forge on to... We'll save the Archdragon Peak for last. Jesus. I haven't got the Lothric Castle bonfire yet. That's what's throwing me off. Alright. So this is the last story area of the game, minus the killing of the first flame. And, yeah, it's a little tough, but it's not too bad. Everybody just hits real hard. Let me check something. Good. Been switching the graphics settings so often I have to, like, double and triple check. And here we are. Like, dead Lothric Knights, I guess. Is that Sacred Oath? Is that what they're doing? I think it is. Yep, it is, definitely is, if they're dropping those. So these guys are members of the Sunlight Covenant. Lothric Knights. Nameless Knight Helm. How many of those do I got now? Well, that's interesting. Lothric Knight Sword. It's Fallen Knight. Must have been important because that dude was praying to him. So lots of clues. I'm not exactly 100% sure what exactly they all mean, but those guys cast Sacred Oath. And that Red-Eye Knight was a Sunbroke. Man, must be wearing some item finding gear or something, because this stuff's dropping like candy. What am I wearing? I'm not even wearing anything. Oh, get out of here, dude. I mean, that could be Bountiful Sunlight or something. I should really... I've got a character with which I can change up to faith and whatnot, so I can test those out. I should really do that. That could be Bountiful Sunlight. It could be Sacred Oath. It could be any kind of miracle. I could be completely out of my rocks. But there is a gentleman that we've already encountered that casts a similar spell. That I think what I'll have to do is, after I finish this playthrough, is do a some bonus scenes of all the stuff that alternate ways of handling things. Lothric Castle. Because there's a lot of stuff we could have done a different way. Like Henri's quest has several little tweaks to it. Okay, let me get to the present and ignore the future for a second. This gear is all Lothric's gear. Prince Lothric's hood. The prince, destined to be a Lord of Cinder, was cherished by the royal family despite being born into illness, a frail and shriveled child. His swaddling clothes were made of aged, coarse cloth used in ancient prayer and are all that he has ever worn. A frail and shriveled child. So the problem with having this is the only thing he's ever worn. Does it mean that those pieces of clothing right there is all he's ever worn, or is it that he wears that type of clothing and that's it? Because if that's the only one he's ever worn, we're wearing it, then we find him he should be butt naked. This throwback, at least, I think they put this here for every Dark Souls 1 player, thinking they're about to get Havel's stash. And here, let the chunks rain like candy. I believe they're still wearing deserter's gear. And we should creep up on... Yeah, there's a pilgrim butterfly, or whatever that thing is called. I'm assuming that's what it is. Yeah. The old black hole sun. Wait, that might be our first time seeing that in this playthrough. I mean, I've spent a lot of time looking at these things, but I can't recall if it's been in this playthrough just at the moment. But they have that weird hair, root-looking thing that you would find in Abyss things, but it could be totally different. It seems to have some kind of white effect on the wings. It could just be the light glimmering off of there. Look, it looks very similar to roots, tree roots, and then you can see right there in the center, almost, I mean, like a dragon type body. But once we get to Dragon Slayer armor, it says controlled by Pilgrim Butterfly, and there's one of these above his head when we first get in there. But the long neck and head is very similar to two different things in the game. First of all, the man serpent creatures, which is not what I think they were going for, but also the pilgrims have this weirdly shaped, you know, head area. When you look at them, it looks like their ribs are backwards, like going up instead of down, unless that's some kind of weird spine spike or something. That can't be all of them. There we go. There's a good size. Good angle. Fully formed little back wing segments. Very interesting to watch. We'll encounter those, you know, soon enough. Like a little closer up. I believe somebody's going to start throwing Lloyd's talismans at us once they see us. There he is. Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the wing knight stuff here and here. We haven't seen one of these guys in a minute. But you can see him right up above us there. Oh, thought I was out of range. He got me. You notice the feathers coming off of that spell. Knight twin axes. So we fought one of those guys at the very beginning of the game. He was at the bottom of that high wall of Lothric. He's at the very bottom right before you get to Vort on the right and Emma on the left. He's just circling over there. But this guy that we just fought, first of all, the first guy had like a big halberd, wing knight halberd. This guy had the twin axes. And now we get a little lore on this stuff here. We get a painting of the wing knights. And you can see their feet here in the painting. Sandals. For whatever reason. Like regular hands too, no gloves. And there's the fully formed wings on their back there. Man, we're about to get into some lore that I've spent a lot of time thinking about. We'll read those in a second. Sacred Bloom Shield. So first we picked up the twin axes. Paired beheading axes wielded by the winged knights who swore themselves to the angels. Alright, so winged knights swore themselves to the angels. They weren't initially... They didn't come with the angels, is what I'm trying to get. They're not angels. They swore themselves to the angels. These axes, more befitting of an executioner than a knight, are intended to befit the human body. Excuse me, to fit the human body. executioners, very large, swore themselves to the angels. Now, the ones we've encountered so far have no wings. That will change. Armor of the winged knights who swore themselves to the angels. Worship of the divine messengers was viewed as heresy in Lothric and unrecognized by any of the three pillars of rule. It is this is believed to be why Gertrude, the heavenly daughter, was imprisoned in the lofty cell of the Grand Archives. So, later on when we get to this cell, we have confirmation that the person in there is Gertrude, just from this armor set right here. And also that angels and worship of the divine messengers are the same thing. Angels, divine messengers, same thing. And we get heavenly daughter, Gertrude. And the last thing we picked up was the Bloom Shield. A treasured antique of the Way of White, known to some as the Sorcerer's Bane. The large blossom design that graces the shield is said to be a sacred flame, and the shield is blessed with high magic protection. So what's it doing here? The worshipper, it would seem, of the Winged Knight. However, that person is not large enough to be a Winged Knight. And then a sacred bloom shield associated with the Way of White. And we can follow our death over here, but I believe we can just, yeah, we can drop back down to where we're already going. Alright. Oh, that was almost a mistake. Still a mistake. Got a lot of health. God damn it. What? You need to die. Ran out of stamina. That backstab, though. Alright. Ah. Really? Man. You don't play for a couple days, you get a little rusty. I'll get out of here. Come on. Well, that lasts a long time. Alright. Well, we're very near a bonfire anyway. So take note of the name of this bonfire. Dragon Barracks. Will come in handy. Need one more chunk. Just like in the beginning area, the High Wall of Lothric, a lot of dead Lothric Knights hanging out here. Thank you. I just want to get it off my screen. Ah. Alright, so now that we have enough, before we trigger what's about to happen, we will go. Yes, we will plus 10 this bad boy. Plus 10. We skipped some ashes, did we? No, we did not. There was something else.
Oh, how may I?
Why did I stop at her? Yeah, I didn't need anything.
Ashen
All right.
one.
We will note that Grey Rat is indeed gone.
Ah, just good, wasn't he?
And now we will +10 our weapon.
Prithee, be careful. I don't.
Alright. Let's see if we can't forge ahead to... Man. This dragon area, though. Do I have flash sweat? I do. We'll run around for a minute, but then we'll collect all the treasures right before the big event that's going to happen. Do we, or is it actually better to run past? I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to try that strategy yet either. So what's going to happen, spoilers, is there's going to be another dragon appear that lands over on this side, and they start shooting fire all over the place. You can see that one moving right now. It may be a strategy to run across it real quick. Nah, I'm gonna do it my normal way. I'm gonna get the stuff on the across the bridge on the left, and then I'm gonna get the stuff behind me on the right. Yeah, I just don't care enough to be fighting those right now. Oh, the Dragon Slayer. Lore there. I think I've read that before. They worship the sun. Well, there's confirmation of sunbroness. Okay, about you throwing knives. I don't care that you guys aggroed already. Ah. Hell, he's only one of you. Titanite chunk. Jeez. Oh, that was a good flinch. Aw. All that range and I missed. Alright, there's two more of you at least. No idea why you triggered way back there. Not exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, bandit. Sun worshipping Lothric Knights. And our third winged knight, who was none too happy about us being here. Bringing in the feathers. Let him be a warning to the rest of them. Oh, really? Screwed that up. Well, gotta go back. I gotta go back anyway, so. once we get that last piece, we'll rest the bonfire, we'll fire protection up, and try and run through there real fast. So, this is my method of getting through here. It's a terrible method, but it's what I do, so. We got the Pyromancer set? I don't think we have. We didn't buy much of that. This is all what we picked up. Wilderness Crown's not bad. You know what, I don't think we're too bad on the fire resistance. Well, that is. It's terrible. Yeah, the Black Knights are gonna treat us fine. Yeah, I think we just made minor adjustments there and we're good. But we also need to swap that out for a moment. And now we are ready. Come on, baby. Right. That's how I get through it, guys. Place is full of buttholes. Three people standing there, I miss them all. Okay. Boy, this is being a weird game. Raw gem, eh? Dropping in noob gear. Oh, really? Come on, dude. Alright. And we have a dragon's hand with this darkness coming out of it. I suppose we can go ahead and deal with that. We picked up some black fire bombs just a moment ago. See if we can't. There we go. And that seems to calm everybody down just a bit. Alright, we will continue onward next time on Dark Souls 3. Kind of want to take a screenshot of that sun above that dragon. Whatever. We will be back next time, guys.